You ready?
Yo, welcome back. Welcome back to the Ragsdale channel. Uh, thank all our subscribers. We back with another episode of Ask Uncle Kurt. Our panel tonight, we got Punchy Dale down in D-Town, looking like a clown. And then yours truly hitting like a two-ton dude. And then we have Ask Uncle Kurt. So, y'all push that subscribe, like, share this content. I think we got a link up that y'all can call in, ask any question that you have. I'm going to turn it over to Uncle Kurt and let him get us started so we be on here and take care of business.
All right, thanks, Pastor. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is yet another week of the ongoing discussion. Ask Uncle Kurt. I'm Kurt Murray. Welcome, everybody. And tonight, I'm going to start the discussion off on this subject. Why does some people's confidence trigger other people's insecurities? And how we're going to look at that right in the beginning is a situation with a rapper named Doji and a streamer who criticized her, what you would say, confidence. And we'll start it off like that, but I do want to move on maybe to Shador Sanders or something like that afterwards. But I want to pass it to my nephew, Harold Can Fly, and he's going to set the discussion up and we'll contribute from there.
Yeah. Okay, your resident expert in culture activities. As your expert, Doshi was at a Met Gala recently, and she had on the fit. It really wasn't even that hard of a fit. Like, it was kind of like, oh wow, okay, cool, your outfit is cool, but she didn't want to show it. Whatever it was. And she was yelling at her staff, saying, "I need an umbrella, I need an umbrella," and like yelling at them very like an authority figure. And so yeah, people were like saying, "Oh, she's mean to her staff." People are trying to like cancel her. People don't really care like that, but some people, some sectors of the internet was on that. Oh, she's so mean. She's just an angry. The whole angry black woman trope. And so Aiden Ross, the streamer, he got on and someone asked him about Doshi, and he was basically saying, he said a whole lot of explicit. Yeah. Explicitives, something like that. Yeah, he said he cursed out real bad. He was calling her an industry plant, entitled, talentless, and that really confused me because he was just in the stream the other day, and I don't even be keeping up with them, but I just so happened to be watching these other two named Zayas and Bilu. They're funny guys on YouTube. I was watching them, and they had Aiden Ross on, and they were saying something about talent, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't have any talent. I'm just a streamer. There's no talent in that. You just get on the camera and like." I mean, I may be charismatic or something, but I'm not talented. And I think it was Charleston White that was telling him, "Nah, that's talent too, yada, yada, yada." And so for him to say someone who's actually a musician and a good one at that, extremely good. I'm trying to send y'all songs, but, I don't know if y'all a little over the hill, so I don't know if it's going to really, touch y'all. But she goes hard. She's really good. Like, she's with TDE, same label that Kendrick them used to be on. So, everyone out of that circle goes hard. And she's really good. Like, she's in my top 5 favorite female rappers right now. Top 3. And she's not number 3. So yeah, it was just kind of weird. And plus, he was just like, F that B, yada, 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 And I don't know. I feel like this is the kind of stuff that we talk about quite often. You asked how come someone's confidence can offend people and stuff. I think that's what it is. Like, she knows who she is. And really, when I first saw this stuff, I felt I'm a very empathetic person. And I try not to be, but I like her music, so I was being very empathetic. I was like, oh man, I wonder how she feels right now, going through all this, she's reading all these comments and stuff. And then like later on in the day, I get on TikTok and she posted on TikTok, she was like, God forbid a girl needs an umbrella. It was just kind of a joke, So that made me feel a whole lot better about it. It's like, okay, she's not even taking it hard. Like, it's a joke. Like, no big deal, But him, I don't know. It's a lot of people doing that. Like the whole wave with Kendrick Hay. Y'all are in the Kendrick Hater fan club, Um, you know.
I'm not. No, we're not.
And
No, we're not. No, we're not.
no, I'm just playing. Y'all are. I'm just playing. But
look, confidence to that thing. I think, as speaking from a black man in America, just my experience in life, I believe America was built on a lie. Everything about it is a lie, and it was cowardly done. So I think America has taught us to fear confidence. I don't want to just go racist, but I think that started on the plantation. Because you see a big black man, which they call him a big black buck.
Yeah.
And of course he's going to be confident because he can smash you, crush you like a roach if you try to approach. So what Massa did was tore him down, broke him down. You know what I'm saying? And he trained us basically confidence. First of all, I think confidence is in the fruit basket of love. I think God, the way he created the fruit basket of love, God is love. And in that fruit basket of love is confidence. So we live in a society that's devilish, very anti-God. So anyone that has confidence, they're going to be challenged by people that lack confidence from their fear of confidence. So, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but as a black man, I mean, I've been in several situations where I didn't have to say anything. I was just straight judged, straight threw out there. I didn't have to say anything. If I spoke with confidence, matter of fact, nowadays, if I speak up, I don't know whether y'all have seen this or noticed this, but if I speak up now, and I'm talking about with my black people, if I articulate the word or the word of God or say anything, my own people say that's sassy.
Yep.
And that's a slave word. That's what Massa used to say, boy, you sassing me, boy? We supposed to look down. Now, if you notice, you go to your black woman and tell her she wrong, she gonna tell you sassing. She got that from Massa.
Straight up.
She wants you to put your head down and be a nobody.
Go along to get along.
Go along to get along. Exactly. But I refuse to be that person. I believe a man of God, not an American, not a German, not a Russian, not a Jamaican, not an African, but a man of God is going to stand with confidence. I don't believe you can be a true believer of Christ and not stand in confidence. That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn the floor over.
I'll comment on it this level. Doshi, you know, the confidence, she was acting like a boss. And you said, they said she was mean to her employees. Her employees ain't the first people to have a bossy a-hole as a boss. They got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Doshi. I got a job. Right. So all I'm saying is, them same people that was complaining about her, I bet you they work for other people where they was showing their teeth and glad to eat a yard of their meanness.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So with it coming from Doshi, to me, it's like if you was working for Taylor Swift, you wouldn't have no problem getting her no umbrella. Right. And you wouldn't have a problem with her asking for an umbrella or demanding one. But I'll tell you this about confidence, and Pastor can be a witness. Sometimes your confidence can trigger fear in your own loved ones, where I've had my loved ones come to me and say, Kurt, don't say it that loud. Kurt, don't say it that way. When I know from walking in Curtis's shoes that it don't matter if I carry a feather, a hammer, an AK-47, my confidence is going to make enemies out of people who don't respect me. I can live with that. Right? So what I'm saying is, don't bring your fear to my fight. The fight is, as a black man, keeping your back straight, chin up, and eyes on God. If that bothers people, then you go straight to hell.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Where I feel, because you can't win. It's an unwinnable, man. You can walk down the street and be a black man. You could be the most feminine dude you want to be, and you're still a threat. You're an enemy. Any type of confidence whatsoever, you're sassing. See? And then we got people in our own community that their contribution ain't nowhere near their criticism. And on top of that, they have the nerve to adapt the tactics and the words of the oppressor when they're approaching their own people.
Right. Yes. That's yes. And I think a lot of us do it and don't realize it. And I don't think we'll ever realize it, because we live in a society now where a black man can't teach. So when the black man turns to tell his black woman, say, man, you treat me like you master. I'm not sassing. I'm wrong if I knock the hell out of you.
Right.
But then I'm wrong if I tell you, say, sister, you way off the mark.
You out of line.
You way wrong. I'm wrong there. And hey, I've witnessed this. I've had it done. Sister, don't call me sister. What I supposed to call you? A B-I-C-T-H or what? That's letting you know, as Kurt said earlier, I don't respect you.
Straight up.
Bottom line, there's no way around that. See, these discussions won't get a lot of clicks and stuff on YouTube. Nope. But that's why our black boy is turning homosexual. That's why our black boy is in prison. That's why our black boy never turns to a black man.
Yep. And that's why our black boy can't follow the command of someone in authority like the police and follow simple instructions. So I'm not saying that's going to mitigate an evil person, I'm saying don't make a good man shoot you in your face. That's what I'm saying. The evil person, hey man, just like what Grandpa Murray said, door locks on cars, right? Locks are just to make a good man not go bad. Somebody that wants to do you harm or take something, a lock or a door or a window ain't gonna stop that, right? But if you lock your door, somebody passing by, see you got $1 in your ashtray, they see your doors is locked, they gonna keep walking.
Exactly. Yep.
So what I'm saying is, whether you believe it or not, whether you carry yourself with respect or not, you can be the most feminine little mealy mouth person and just try to hide and get through if you're a black man walking on 2 legs in America.
Right.
If you show any type of confidence, and if you don't believe me, try it. Look at the response you get from grown men when you look them in the eye while you're talking to them.
Yes.
A thought experience, just that. And especially if they're not your hue of skin, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
Carry yourself with confidence, and whether you're saying something good, bad, or indifferent, look them in the eye and see what kind of response you get. Because I guarantee you, a lot of people go through their day and never look a man in the eye or a woman while they're talking to them. They'll look over here, they'll look over there.
They'll look right.
They'll look at their behind, they'll look at their breast.
Right.
They'll
look everywhere, but they won't look you in the eye. And that's when we was coming up, Kurt, that was a sign of disrespect. Disrespect. And those same people that are disrespect you, get them in front of massa.
Boy.
Oh! They humble me, because that's massa.
Straight up.
But you have to ask them, say, would you look at me while I'm talking? That same person won't look at you, but then they want to dominate you. They want respect.
Yep.
Now, how did Massa treat us in slavery? He disrespected us constantly. But it was mandatory that we gave him the utmost respect. Yep. And that's the way we do each other, black people. But won't nobody say it. I'll say it.
Yep.
I done had 11 kids, 6 or 7 different baby mamas. Say that don't stop nothing.
Hold on.
Be a hoe.
Hold on.
It don't stop nothing.
Hold on.
I'm gonna just tell the truth. I ain't got nothing to lose. Everything in the game. I'm just telling the truth. Say we play a double standard. Confidence. I don't think it's nothing wrong with Shador Sanders and his brother walking in confidence. Just like it's not wrong for John Paul Silence. He was a little white kid in my school.
Yeah.
No one questioned his confidence.
Right.
I think it's good that them black men are walking in confidence. They walking in a NFL locker room as millionaires.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that. But you know what? A lot of us black people won't support that because we don't have it in our own family. So we're jealous.
Yep.
So we diss. Oh, they think they better. Say that's that confidence.
Yep.
Okay, just because you want to be low,
right,
does not mean everyone has to be low with you.
Right. And here's the thing too. You can, at least me, let me speak for me. I'm like this. Bro, I can be happy for your success and still appreciate what I have. Seeing other people grow big don't make me feel small.
Right.
But it bothers some people. And then it's like, who am I bothering? Right? I have a cancer organization. All I'm trying to do is save lives. And I'm catching pure hell for that.
Because it's not the norm. First of all, that ain't what black men do. Black men, we've been programmed, and because of our plight, we just accept our
fate. Like,
our fate.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I mean, like, I can have things going on with me, and I'm like, no one cares. For real. I can have stuff going on with me right now, and I look at it like no one cares.
That's what you feel. At the end of the day, you feel like this.
Yeah.
You feel like either I'm going to inflict pain on people by saying what I'm going through, or I'm going to find out they don't give a damn about me and they right in my face. One of the two.
Right. And one of the worstest feelings anyone can have is find out the person that you love the most don't give a dang about you.
Right. When it come down to it. Like, that's and for me, it causes me to build up walls around my feelings. Because you can't get in them if you don't let somebody tread on them.
Right.
And see, the thing about it is my confidence goes right along with my belief in God. Because once I understood, first of all, I used to be scary and no confident and stuff. But when my mom explained to me that you are what your father is in the Bible, and you see your father walking around like that, your daddy's confident, and that built me up. But other people felt tore down by that. Right. Even look at our relatives. When they think of me, some of them think of some bad person.
Right.
And all I've done ever is whip a little tail. I ain't never did nothing else. Like, I've had my scrapes with the law, all of that, but I'm saying people don't like your persona. They'll make a demon out of you, bro. And they got a pitchfork in their hand.
But then when they need protection, they call Kurt. But other than that, we don't want to have anything to do with Kurt. But when trauma comes, call Kurt.
And that's like, for me, man, I'm a big on human to human contact. I'm very sensitive, right? And the reason why I walk around with confidence is because I ain't scared to take a butt whipping. So why should I walk around mealy mouth, cowardly, and most you can do is run me home or whatever? I ain't scared of that. Right. But it does make me wonder when other people that's supposed to be with you, they inflict their fears on you. That's a form of disrespect, right? When you're supposed to be with somebody. I ain't saying follow somebody to hell. I'm saying don't bring your fear to somebody else's struggle.
Right. Exactly.
Right? That's not
somebody. Yeah.
That's not how you can contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hey, I'm scared of getting my heart broke. I'm not married right now. Do I ever come to you and say, hey, man, you shouldn't be married? No. I don't know. I couldn't do it. Blah, 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 blah. No, I own my shortcomings. And it's like, I ain't get ready to bring my fear to you when I'm talking to you about, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's a form of respect.
Right.
But it does trigger people's insecurities, right? Like, say, a person who, like me, I have a record, right? I don't let that dictate when I want to go get a job or I'm getting ready to do something. Bro, I learned the job I'm supposed to do. I don't let my mistakes take me out the game before I even get on the field. I'll let somebody else criticize me and bring up my past. I'm not getting ready to take myself and line up to be a loser.
Right.
Some people don't like that.
They see that
right there in your face.
Yeah, you're right. Black, and I'm gonna just say it. Black people see that as cocky.
Yes.
You arrogant.
Yes.
Oh, but when that white man is sure, you respect him. You'll eat a yard of his boo-boo and suck his little ding-a-ling, his little pink, ugly ding-a-ling till it comes. But then when a black man has that kind of attitude, you don't supposed to be like that.
Exactly.
No. Hey, man, the most precious thing any black man can have is a relationship with God.
That's it.
And God ain't gonna never tell you to stoop down or be less than for nothing.
He's not gonna ask you to be. He's gonna ask you to be humble.
Yes.
He's gonna ask you to sacrifice.
Yes.
But he's not gonna ask you to be less than what he made you to be. That's anti-Christ.
Yes.
And then it's anti-Christ for you to believe when somebody tries to tell you you're less than what you are.
And let me say this to every young brother that's going to watch this. I don't know whether they're going to watch it tomorrow. It might be 20 years from now when somebody watch this. I don't care if it's your mama. If you a boy and somebody tell you better take the bass out, what the hell you supposed to have in your voice?
Straight up.
You ain't gonna tell me to take the tone out my voice?
They'll do it though. They do it every day.
Yes, they do it. I've had it done.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm saying it. And that comes from their own insecurities. And the sad thing about it, the people that act like that, if you stop and look at them, what's the word that they use for looks? Aesthetics?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you look at their aesthetics, instead of worried about my tone, worry about your body build. Instead of worried about my tone, worry about your blood pressure. Instead of worried about my tone, you could be fixing yourself.
Straight up.
That's just real talk. But we don't want to talk about that on YouTube because you know what? The whole purpose is, say, man, if people start really acknowledging God and working on self,
they will have to follow a code. They will have to.
Thank you. You have to follow a code.
And that's
they don't
what we don't want.
That far.
We don't want to be held accountable.
Right.
But we'll look at a man that's holding himself accountable and beat the shit out of him.
Yes. Yes. That man that's holding himself accountable, he's going to be judged. He'll never get over his bad day. He's going to be judged. He'll never get over his bad day. He's going to be judged. But hey, that bum, that dude beating on his woman and never changing, not working, not doing nothing, we want to help him.
Yep.
That lets you know what God you truly serving.
Yep.
I serve the one and true only God. That's the God that brought me out to Marbury Clay and put me on a rock to stay. To say, hey, get out of that. You're not going to grow from that. That's going to drag you under. You know better. You better get over here.
Yep.
That's the God I serve. Stop checking everybody else and allow me to check you.
That's it.
Glory be to God. That's when you know you're dealing with our Lord and Savior.
And let me give y'all a clue about a believer in God, right? A man of God. The reason why you don't like him or you think he's cocky, because he submitted to the most powerful, all-knowing God on this earth. And that God says, have no other gods before him.
Right.
So I'm not bowing to you.
Ooh.
I don't care what your rank is.
See?
My authority comes from the man. The King of Kings.
Lord of Lords.
Lord of Lords. I am what I am. I don't have to bow my confidence. I don't have anything to do with your salvation. So why does it bother you? Find your confidence.
Yeah.
Find your walk.
Yes.
Get on your path.
Yes.
Because I promise you, when you pick up this cross, you ain't gonna have time to look over and see who carrying the cross beside you.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have time.
For real.
Other people's actions ain't gonna bother you because you're gonna be too busy trying to do what's right for your situation and your and you're gonna be walking with like-minded people because guess what? There's only one path. So when you with like-minded people, you're gonna look over and see people beside you because you all headed the right way. But some parts of the path are lonely.
Yes. Very.
And you have to walk them. And guess what? If you don't have confidence, you better act like it. It's called faith. It's the evidence of things that are not seen. So sometimes when a man is walking in faith, he's seeing something that don't exist, but all they see is where you are. They don't see where you're headed.
Yeah, glory. That's me every day. Woo!
I'm just trying to get there.
Yes,
I don't care what it looks like. I'm trying to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I know God loves me. And hey, I even know God likes me. But if I could get to Judgment Day and he say, I respect you, like he did King David, like he did Job, like he did Isaiah. If I could do that, it was worth it. I got his love, but I want his respect, even with my own dad.
Yeah.
I always knew he loved me. But today he looked me in my eye and said, I respect you, son. You're your own man. That made me feel whole.
Yes, sir.
And I got news for y'all. Women, if you have a husband, children, if you have a father, that's your closest relation to God. Act like it.
Woo! Say, we ain't gonna get too many likes on this video.
We not. I don't care.
But you know what? This is the best. This is the best one we done did right here. For real.
We talked about necessary conversations, bro. And it just shows you that even in our entertainment, right? Even the way the best of us are looked at, we can't just look at Doshi and say she a ratchet female, whatever, because at the end of the day, she's a boss that got employees and she's in the entertainment business.
Right.
I'm not getting ready to judge her soul. If she made up a persona that got people talking and all that, that's what she was supposed to do. Right? I'm just trying to look at her with Christ lenses on and say, maybe that's just all an act. And maybe she got them talking about her like she need to be. Just spell her name right. Because that's how she making money. And that dude's making clicks off of criticizing her. He making money.
Right. Exactly.
Come on, y'all. Like the respect thing and all that, that's what you giving up to make some of this money. Right? Shannon Sharp, how do we know he ain't playing all of this? Because you'll sell your self-respect to get other things. All I'm saying, when you see a righteous man, don't give him no hell. Somebody that's in entertainment and all that, you don't even know who they are, but you'll worship them.
Yes.
But you'll see another man right in front of you in the same house, get up, take his ass to work every day, come home, break bread, and he can't get a lick of none of that admiration that you give the niggas on YouTube.
Wow. Wow. Yee.
And if truth hurts, man, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? That's what love does. It hurts, but it don't harm. So anytime any kind of love is spoken, it's got to do some breaking. So you just spoke the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's the purpose, bro.
Just like with Shay Shay, I think this confidence thing, I think this confidence and the insecurities, it go hand in hand. That's why you see women like Shay Shay, the girl that's doing that to Shay Shay,
yeah,
she taking legacy.
Yep.
She taking inheritance.
Yes.
Say, I got something against a sister that'll take my rent. She don't think too highly of herself. That girl Cassie or whatever that's in the Diddy case, she taking millions. I ain't saying it's right. But I'ma just say, if you gonna be wrong,
be all the way wrong.
Be all the way wrong. If I was a female, I would be the one who took all that money from Mike Tyson and he didn't rape that woman. She said, right. I'm not getting ready to take money from a hard-working 9-to-5 dude that we didn't get along with, and just because he don't want me, I'm gonna take his $1,500. No, I'm way more than that. I'm gonna go get that big dollar. I'm gonna go get that legacy because I think more about myself.
Well, if you're gonna put a price on it, it ain't gonna be $1,500. If I'm gonna sell my self-respect out to go get somebody else's money, that's just like me, bro. Back in the day, I might put it like this: if you ever hear about me on a caper, it's gonna be trying to rob the federal treasury. It's gonna be on some set it off. Hey, I'm trying to get it. If I'm gonna get it,
yes, sir.
I'm not playing for pennies.
Right.
So, but anyway, bro, I just that the confidence trigger and the insecurity. What we have to be careful is, as men of God, when we're walking in our faith, it can look wrong to somebody who don't have no faith.
Right.
But that person could act on their feelings and knock you off your stride, bro. So the thing about it is, even when you do notice people have a problem with your confidence, your job ain't to entertain their insecurities. It's for you to finish the mission because you're on the mission.
Right.
Marathon continues.
Yes. Already.
I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Yeah. All right.
I think it was a powerful. I think it's a powerful discussion.
Yeah.
Now it may not be what we intended, but see, that's God. Once you get together, you agree.
Right.
Why gonna be in the midst?
Right. And we want to create a pavement or a platform for a man to be able to open up, speak sincerely, and not be abused for having a mind.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah.
See, like y'all,
space.
People
talk about safe space.
Setting up, what we say, Kurt, setting up, putting ammunition in their gun.
Yes.
Now you ain't gonna do that to Massa. Massa can think what he want to think. But if that black man got some kind of way where he think, I gotta break him, I gotta break him.
Yeah. Or I can't get him now, but soon as he slip.
Yeah, soon as he slip,
I'm gonna unload on him.
Bring it out on him. I would like to create the platform where a man can be a man, whether it's just talking his mind, whether it's shedding a tear.
Yeah. And hey, guess what? Where I can be wrong and be checked by my fellow panel members and accept it if I'm wrong.
Exactly.
Can I be wrong and make a mistake or misspeak?
And not be crucified. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's a safe space.
Yes. It's so many brothers, man, that's locked up in the penitentiary. And right now, if you really ask them, have you ever expressed yourself? They be like, no.
Because they had a mama where they couldn't keep no bass in their voice.
Right. Couldn't have that.
Can't do it at school. Can't be vulnerable around your homeboys. You look weak.
Say, that's where the spirit of sneaky come from. Somebody get that? Let's get out here because you got a lot to do. We've been on here 40 minutes, but the guy just showed me that's where the spirit of sneaky and stealing come from. You wasn't able to express yourself openly without being shut down, and so everything you
act
do,
out. I know it for. Hey, I live.
Everything you do is sneaky. You stealing. You doing everything behind your mama's back. You telling her what she want to hear, but you're doing totally opposite because you don't feel comfortable telling her, Mama, I'm really not feeling that.
Straight up. Even in the best of situations, that's
in the best of situations. That's just real talk. And until we start having these tough conversations, mothers gonna keep on burying their sons.
Yep.
Mothers gonna keep putting money on their books instead of seeing it who God created you be. Hey. A man, she gonna keep calling you a baby, and you way past baby.
Yep. And
so she gonna keep you caught up in that lie that she done formed. You'll always be my baby. The devil is a lie.
Yep. And let me say this: the moms, a lot of them, most of them have great intentions, but the pathway to hell is paved with those.
Woo! Yo, we can leave on that. You got something you want to say, Harold can fly, because you sitting over there. Boy, I ain't never seen it where you didn't have nothing to say.
No, I mean, I was thinking, you said they have good intentions. I was thinking about music. Paramore has a song called Misguided Ghosts that I really like. Mm-hmm. Misguided Ghosts, traveling endlessly. And yeah, it's a misguided ghost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hell is full of a lot of great intention.
Mm-hmm.
Sign us out of here, big dog.
Hey, man.
Tell us about what your event tomorrow.
Yeah. Once again, hey, y'all, Muskogee, MLK Center tomorrow from 12 to 2. I would just say this. I'm looking forward. Harold can fly. Big Harold. July, man. Let's make it happen. Let's get together. I don't care if we got to be camped out in some tents, man, for a night. I don't care. I'll give up my bed. Y'all come holler. Kurt Cares, the Ragsdale's channel. It ain't nothing but up from here, bro. It ain't nothing but up from here. Y'all join us again next week for Ask Uncle Kurt. We're going to have a continuing conversation.
Already. Deuces. Y'all keep it 100. Y'all want to close with our regular thing?
Yes, sir.
Already. Say, if they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand behind you, protect them. If they oppose you and they on the opposite, show them no mercy.